I was in Lieutenant Weston's office on a routine visit later that morning. Weston promised me some papers on a parole case, but he was having trouble finding them.
John, I suggest you report this to the Bureau of Missing Papers.
Save the punchlines for the courtroom, Herb. You'll fracture the jury.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. I'll go quietly.
Oh, Herb. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. It's just that I've been stuck with a dirty job. Excuse me. Weston. Yes, send them in.
Well, you are busy. I'll go.
No, Herb, I need your opinion.
A legal problem?
No, let's just say it's a matter of justice. Come in. Sergeant McAvoy, Patrolman Wade. This is Mr. Maris. He's a friend of mine. Mac, Inspector Malone sent me your report on Wade. He asked me to look into it.
Hope you're going to do more than that.
These are very serious charges.
It was a dereliction of duty. Maybe I ought to put it another way. It was just plain yellow.
He's had a good record up until now.
I know his record. #1 student at the academy, recommended by you for detective training.
Larry, have you seen this?
Yes, sir. But it's not true.
Thief got away, didn't he?
Mr. Voltari was in a state of shock.
He looked all right to me.
He was shivering in a cold sweat. His pulse was weak.
What makes you a medical expert?
I took the first aid course at the academy, Sergeant. Mr. Voltari recovered because I gave him prompt treatment.
Your job was not to play doctor. Mrs. Voltari could have taken care of her husband.
She was hysterical, in no condition to help anyone, not even herself. Lieutenant, the assailant had disappeared. Wasn't it my duty to save the victim's life?
Larry, you listen to me. It was your duty to make a wise decision. But according to the report, you exercised poor judgment.
But I didn't.
Supposing Mr. Voltari had died in spite of your first aid, then what would you have had?
But he lived.
That's not the point. That kid couldn't have gotten far by the time you got to the alley. There is a possibility you could have caught him, but evidently that didn't occur to you. I'm sorry, Larry, but this isn't going to help your chances to become a detective.
He should be suspended. Just because he's a smart-aleck college boy, there's no reason you should whitewash him.
Mac, I want to talk with Mrs. Voltari and any other witnesses you can dig up.
You're going to let him go with a slap on the wrist.
This is for the inspector to decide. Larry was off duty on the way home from an 8-hour shift to the waterfront. This wasn't even his beat.
His job is to be a policeman 24 hours a day. Instead, he acted like a frightened schoolboy.
Larry.
Yes, sir.
You get on home, get a good night's rest. I'll talk to you in the morning after I speak to Inspector Malone.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mac, that's all.
Yeah, that's him, all right.
You sure this is what he looked like?
Yeah.
Blonde hair, square features, brown eyes, medium small.
Well, about the color of the eyes, I'm not sure.
How tall would you say he was?
Tall? Well, how tall is a man?
Well, would he be as tall as I am? Or say shorter than Mr. Maris here, about 5'11"?
Lieutenant! Mrs. Voltari?
Hello.
Say, I found a truck driver who unloaded concrete up there this morning about 8:30. Saw a kid in a black jacket, hightailing it over a fence. This the kid?
Yeah.
Oh. Carl! Come here! No, Lieutenant. I've seen this kid around here on a motorcycle. Hi, Mac. Carl, take a look at that sketch.
I can't believe it. I just can't.
Who is he?
This is terrible. Terrible. Just about kill his mother.
All right, Carl, tell me who he is.
Peter Wade. Larry's kid brother.
Are you sure?
Yep. Mother bought him a motorcycle a couple of months ago for a job delivering blueprints. Only lasted a week. Maybe he needed money to show off the girls. He's that kind of boy.
Could be that Larry deliberately let his brother escape.
It could be there's another kid that looks like Peter Wade.
Carl, do you think that Pete Wade is capable of this crime?
Well, he's never been a steady kid. Not at all like Larry.
You mean this thief is the brother of the officer? And you wanted me to go downtown and help him? You're going to do something about this. I hope you must. This is terrible.
Don't you worry, Miss Voltari. We're going to do something about it. Herb, back.
Thanks, Carl.
This is just terrible.
Lieutenant, this is only a sketch. Mrs. Voltari was hysterical.
How can you trust her description?
Larry, a truck driver backed her up. He wasn't hysterical.
Mrs. Wade, where is Peter now?
He left the house early this morning on his motorcycle.
Where's Pete's room, Mrs. Wade?
It's in here, Sergeant. I'll show you. His suitcase and his clothes are gone, sir.
What more proof do you want, Lieutenant?
Larry, why did you let him get away?
I didn't.
Lieutenant, you can't think that about Larry.
Mrs. Wade, Lieutenant Weston will see that Larry gets a fair hearing.
Mrs. Wade, Larry has made a lot of sacrifices for you. Now, don't you think he'd look the other way to spare you grief and his brother a prison term?
No.
Herbert Maris, counselor at law, lifting dumbbells in a ladies' gymnasium, and I missed it.
I knew you'd be jealous. It's your own fault, John. I was just following Larry's hunch that his brother's still in the city. If you'd shown a little more faith in my client, I would have taken you along.
Now, wait a minute. Did you want me to take his advice?
John, if you were a fugitive, would you take to the highway on a motorcycle?
So I'd hold up in town, but where? Well, Pete's picture is in every paper. The whole force is out looking for him.
If we don't find Pete, what'll that mean for Larry?
Oh, dismissal from the force, a year in jail?
But he's innocent.
Can you prove that?
I think I can, if we find Pete. I'll be in my office. Let me know if you hear anything. I got your message. Have you heard from him?
He looks like a cop.
This is Lieutenant Weston. What did Pete say?
Said he loved me. Couldn't live without me.
Forget the soap opera stuff, huh?
Why are all you cops so grouchy? Okay. I'm to buy 2 tickets. Private compartment for the Chicago train tomorrow morning at the Oakdale station. He figures you characters won't look for a guy with a girl.
You'll go through with this. You're not afraid.
Me, Mrs. Stakeout? Man, I bet it'll be a real wild swinging party.
Unless you want to get in the car, we'll take you home.
How about taking Larry?
No.
John, Pete's bound to have a gun, and if he gets nervous, that depot could be a shooting gallery. Larry and I could throw him off balance.
I'll speak to the inspector about it.
Give him a break, John. It's time he got one.
Don't move! Any of you! Pete, don't try to shoot your way out of this. The whole depot's staked out. I'm not giving myself up! Pete, the old man's all right. Most he'll get is reform school. Shoot somebody now, and you'll get the gas chamber. Pete, stay away, Larry. I'm warning you. Pete, give me the gun.
Turn around. All right, let's go.
Wait a minute. Pete, effective. But you'll never make it now. I guess I fixed that.
Bow, McAvoy.
Okay. I withdraw my charges. Come on.
Well, Herb, I must admit for a while I was a little worried about our client.
John, you were the only client I was really worried about.